Taurus, here's your master astrological game plan for 2026. Taurus, in 2026, you are entering one of the most productive phases in your entire life. But this production, Taurus, isn't just about working hard. It's about finally building for yourself instead of just building for others. It is time to reground yourself in your own season and reclaim your own potency. And we start with Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is breaking the inertia for you. Pluto is currently impacting those born in the first week of Taurus. But every Taurus needs to pay attention. This is the blueprint for the next 2 decades. You are being pushed into a massive production phase, but it requires an unpleasant gutting of your old habits. Pluto is breaking the inertia that has kept you sedentary or trapped in the wrong direction, where you do all the work and get none of the results. Pluto uses heavy, relentless emotions to show you where you have betrayed your own values to build someone else's dream. It creates a crisis, physical, spiritual, or relational, to force you to change course. Do not double down on other people's values just so that you can keep them close. Avoid the trap of outsourcing your comfort. If you resist this change, Pluto will create crisis after crisis until you finally let go of codependency. Once you clarify your values, which you can do using my free interactive harmony audit in the description below, go download that, you unlock a capability to build what no one else can. You will ground yourself in strategies others can't even imagine. Which brings us then to Neptune and Aries. You've got this inner voice coming in, Taurus. And Neptune enters Aries on January 26th, 2026. This ends a 15-year cycle of dissolution and starts a process of extreme alignment for those of you born in the first week of Taurus. The structures that blocked you and that blocked your true instincts are being washed away. Neptune is pushing you to put your own voice at the center of your own universe. It is establishing a duty to yourself rather than a duty to the collective. It dissolves the connections and the relationships where you've taken the sacrificial route. It uses your inner sensations to guide you towards what is truly in harmony with you. If you cannot handle the discomfort of letting go, you will remain confused. Confusion is simply the result, at this moment, of not trusting what you already know to be true. By trusting the special stuff that comes from within, you begin to magnetize real fulfillment, building other people's visions, and start manifesting your own physical reality. And that allows us to take care of Ouranos and harness that energy, because that's putting in an instinctual foundation for you. Ouranos stays in your sign of Taurus until April 25th of 2026. And then it moves into Gemini. This is marking a massive shift in how you process insight. For those of you born in the last week of Taurus, this is the final window to risk disapproval and to trust your own essence, to really plant the seed of your individuality. For the rest of you, and for those especially born in the first week of Taurus, the move into Gemini brings a new layer of complexity to your own instincts. This is the next step in an 84-year cycle. You are learning that your stubbornness is actually, well, it can be a superpower when used properly. And it's your job to listen to yourself right now. It's not to just convince everyone else. Ouranos creates sudden shifts for you that force you to follow what feels comfortable for you. Not what keeps the peace, not what makes everybody else happy, not what keeps the other person in your life. It identifies the source of your discomfort so that you can eradicate it, so that it can break itself up. Don't get stuck rebelling against other people's values. Rebellion is still a form of being controlled when it's taken too far. Instead, you need to focus entirely on your own values. By trusting your own instincts now, you grease the wheels, and you grease them for a lifetime of potent creation. You become a leader who does not need external confirmation. And that's when we can make the most use of Saturn and Aries this year, which requires a responsibility to your dream. Because Saturn moves into Aries on February 13th of 2026. It's shifting the pressure. It's shifting it from social circles to your private internal world. You are realizing right now that your primary responsibility is to your own values. The weight of commitments to things that are not leading you to your own values is becoming unbearable. And Saturn is helping you to weed out the energy leaks. It has been moving you away from hidden enemies and toxic, codependent environments. Saturn applies an internal, nagging pressure. It demands that you honor the voice inside yourself that tells you what brings you pleasure and joy. It is about economizing your own energy for the things that actually produce results. If you ignore this internal pressure, you will feel a constant sense of being burdened by things that do not matter. You risk letting these major opportunities go unrealized. If you commit to your own desires, Saturn rewards you with concrete, physical results. You replace worn-out relationships with new magnetic experiences where you are valued for who you are, not what you do for others. And then we can really take advantage of the expansive energy of Jupiter, because Jupiter moves through the rest of Cancer until June 30th, and then into Leo. It is affecting the way that you nurture yourself and the way that you show up in the world, Taurus. You are becoming conscious of what actually makes you feel good. By mid-year, you are stepping into a heart-aligned role that's going to require you to be the sovereign of your own life. This is about building a foundation of personal value that does not need anybody else's approval. Jupiter is magnifying your own internal state. If you are oriented toward what you want, it will magnify your magnetic aura. If you are seeking temporary pleasure through codependency, it will magnify your disempowerment to make you face it so that you have no choice but to realize it's limiting your growth. You need to watch out for emotional extremes right now. Do not outsource your heart just to win someone else's. If you do, your romance and your projects will dissolve because they were not built on a true foundation. By listening to your emotions now, Taurus, you set your compass upright. You become a magnet for resonant souls, playmates, and lovers who help build your shared values, rather than demanding that you sacrifice yours. Taurus, 2026 is the year that you stop being the builder for everyone else and start being the architect of your own destiny. You don't need anyone to confirm your own value. Being yourself, Taurus, is the most productive and the most comfortable state that you can achieve. And establishing inner comfort first can make 2026 your most productive year yet.